Buying or selling real estate can be stressful. After all, it's not any old house we're talking about, it's your home. So when it's time to buy or sell, you want to make sure your search is in capable hands. That's why we turn to Angie Cole and the team at A. Cole Realty. You've seen Angie featured on HGTV's House Hunters. Realtor magazine named her one of the top realtors in the country. And just ask us, the numbers back her up. So listen up as we cover all the ins and outs of buying and selling a home here in the Triangle. It's time for the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of the Savvy Realtor. I'm Walter Storholt alongside Angie Cole. She's the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty, serving you throughout the Triangle, not only in Raleigh, but draw a circle of an hour around Raleigh, and that's where Angie and her team pretty much cover and help you buy and sell homes here in the area. If you want to get in touch with Angie, it's easy to do that. A couple of different ways. You can go online to acolerealty.com. Cole is spelled C-O-L-E. Search for homes, listen to past podcasts and editions of the radio show there. Learn more about buying and selling. Again, that's acolerealty.com. Or you can call or text Angie at any time, and we'll give you this number a few times during the show today, 919-538-6477. That'll patch you straight through to Angie. And again, you can call or text that number, 919-538-6477. Angie, great to see you this week. How's summer treating you so far?
It's going well. Been a warm one.
It has been. It has been.
Yeah,
although
loving it though.
We've had some nice days where it hasn't been so humid, which has been nice.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So no, I'm a summer person.
Yeah.
I could, live all year long in flip-flops and a tank top and be just happy-go-lucky. So I love the summertime.
I like my fall and winter, but I can deal with the summer if we're going to have a few days where we get a break from the humidity. I can survive that.
Really? Yeah. I'm the
that's
opposite.
Been really nice.
I'd rather be just drenched in sweat than be cold.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I despise being cold. So
I don't understand people like you.
And I don't understand people like you. So yeah.
That's okay, but we can still get along.
We're
right?
still friends.
That's right.
We're making it through.
Time to celebrate. It's the A. Cole Realty Rundown.
It's time to see what happened this past week with buying and selling and the A. Cole Realty team. This is where we recap the transactions from the past week and celebrate those who have bought or sold homes with Angie and her team over the last couple of days. And Angie, how many closings do we have to celebrate this week?
So our team helped 3 clients close this past week, all being sellers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, first of all, we had one in Raleigh, and this individual we actually met through Realtor.com. He ended up choosing us as his agent to represent him. And the reason he decided to sell was because of the super strong seller's market. He actually sold and decided just to rent, but he wanted to pull the equity out of his home.
Okay.
So, yeah, a strong seller's market, so he ran with it. We then had a seller up in Youngsville. His name's Marty, and Marty is a repeat client of ours. I actually helped Marty to purchase this investment property. Goodness, I'd probably say about 8 years ago or so. And so his children were actually renting the home, and they've decided to move to another state. And so it was now time to sell. So we got his home sold super quick with multiple offers. Also, let me say we also have multiple offers for Ray's home, which we sold up in Raleigh in the Briar Creek area. And then we had Tim and Pam who closed on their home in Cary. And this home was listed with another agent before I took it over. So,
How about that?
Yeah. So we were super excited to help them to reach their goals and take the next steps. They had this home on the market for quite some time previously. So we were very happy to be able to help them out.
That is pretty cool. 3 closings this past week, all sellers in different parts of the Triangle. It sounds like a lot of great success stories there to celebrate. And in typical fashion here on the program, we like to pick a sound to celebrate these closings with. And since they were all sellers, why don't we go with the old-fashioned moneymaker sound here, Angie? Well, that's what every seller, I think, does want to hear, especially in the seller's market that we're in right now. 3 cha-chings for our sellers over this past week. Congratulations on all of those closings. If you would like to work with Angie Cole and her team, we don't do this to brag necessarily. We're bragging on Angie by celebrating these closings each week, but it's to show you that this is a successful team that knows how to get your home sold or help you buy the right house, put you into the right position when you're trying to buy or sell here in the Triangle. Triangle. If you want to work with Angie, ask her your questions, you can call or text 919-538-6477. Again, that's 919-538-6477. All right, Angie, let's turn the page to one of our listener questions here as we open up the mailbag. And Chance has our first question of the week. Chance is in Apex and says, should we improve our current home or pick up and move to a place that has what we want? I'm not sure I feel strongly about either choice, but want to do the smart thing from a financial standpoint.
So, Chance, the thing that you want to think about is you want to make sure that you're not going to over-improve your home for your neighborhood. I see a lot of people in the same situation. Should we improve our current home or should we sell and get exactly what we want in the next home? And that just really depends on your current location. Now, if you can make a couple of changes here and there and not price yourself outside of your neighborhood, I would say stay put. Make those improvements to your current home. But, if there's a lot of changes that you would need. For example, maybe you need an additional bedroom. You need some more square footage. Maybe you have a growing family. It might not be smart to add a new bedroom or square footage to your new home because then you might be the largest home in your neighborhood,
Right.
and future resale could be tough for you. So that's something that I can definitely discuss with you further. The best way to do that is to schedule a listing presentation so we can do a walkthrough of your home. We can talk about, what improvements are you wanting to make, what changes, to decide if you should stay put or if you should then, make a move and get the perfect home from there. But a great way to get started is by understanding what you could list your home for in today's market, because maybe there's a lot of equity built up in your home. You can take that equity and put it into the next home. And so in order to get an idea of what we could list your home for in today's market, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888. You can do that on your smartphone. Remember, we will send you back a text. There will be a link. Make sure you click the link, input your address, and from there, we will send you back a number. So if you're wondering what you can list your home for in today's market, once again, just text the word listing to the phone number 555-888.
The finding out, what your home might sell for is such an important first step to take because it really just gives you an idea of what kind of buying power that you would have on the next home. And like Angie said, the equity that's built up in your current home. And it may be eye-opening right now with how fast things are changing in the real estate landscape in our area, just what the implications of this would be. So it's a really big eye-opener. Go ahead and text the word listing to 555-888, and that'll get you a text right back from us that you can click on, put in your home's info, and find out how much you might be able to list your home for here in the Triangle. Just text the word listing to 555-888 to do that right now. Angie Cole and her team at A. Cole Realty happy to help you out when it comes to making that evaluation chance of should you sell and buy a new home to get everything you want, or is it something smaller where maybe the upgrades in your current home are achievable? It's a good conversation worth having. I guess this is one of those love it or list it situations here, Angie, like the HGTV show.
They were actually they just aired a show where they were in our area recently.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And one of the homes, it wasn't the home that was chosen, but one of the homes was one of my clients, their previous home that I just sold for them.
Really? Wow. How
Yeah,
about that?
it was actually on Love It or Listed. I thought that was super cool. Actually, let me take that back. Two of my clients, which is so random, one being my best friend. It was her home, the one that she just bought. Hers was, featured in there. And then one of my sellers, the home that they just sold. So kind of crazy that two of my past clients, I had both of their little 5 minutes of fame, right?
On the show. That is pretty cool. Yeah, very neat. Again, just text the word listing to 555-888 if you want to get that estimate on what you might be able to list your home for here in the Triangle in the near future. This is the Savvy Realtor. We'll answer more of your questions coming up on today's show, plus so much more on the way. Don't move a muscle. Great show on the way today. This is the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole.
It's time for our listing of the week from A. Cole Realty right here on the Savvy Realtor.
Thanks for joining us on the Savvy Realtor today. Walter Storholt alongside Angie Cole, and it's now time for the listing of the week. This is the part of the program where I talk to Angie of A. Cole Realty here in the Triangle and learn about a great home that is for sale. We'll give you the details and then even give you the chance to view pictures and more information of this home right from your smartphone. So stay right there. Angie, what's this week's listing?
So this week's listing of the week is located at 3825 Hickory Manor Drive in Apex. It's in the subdivision of Blaney Farms. We are currently priced at $529,900. This neighborhood is moving super quick, and this past week they've put 4 homes under contract. So a great neighborhood, and like I mentioned, just quick moving as well. So a little bit about our listing of the week. This is a brand new energy efficient home located, like I mentioned, in Blaney Farms neighborhood. We have built-in bookshelves. We have a formal dining room and a study, a gourmet kitchen with stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, soft closed drawers, and a butler's pantry. We have a cozy gas log fireplace in the family room. We have our first floor master bedroom with a huge walk-in closet. Our master bathroom has a garden tub. We have a second floor bonus room. Out back, there's a deck, a screen-in porch. We also have a 3-car garage. This home sits on 0.59 acres, so all of the lots are fairly good size within this neighborhood. This home is 4,368 square feet. It's a 5-bedroom, 4 full baths, and like I mentioned, there's also the bonus room as well. So huge home, plenty of space.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So if you would like to get some more information and view some pictures of our listing of the week at 3825 Hickory Manor Drive in Apex, you can text the word SAVVY to the phone number 555-888. So once again, on your smartphone, to get more information or view some pictures of our listing of the week at 3825 Hickory Manor Drive in Apex, just text the word SAVVY, that is SAVVY, to the phone number 555-888.
That is a gorgeous house. I love the hardwoods, that darker color in there.
Gorgeous, yes.
Yeah, really pretty. I'm going to put those in our new house.
There you go.
I think I finally found the hardwoods that I like.
And remember, too, so this home is built by Meritage. With it being a brand new home, you will get the warranties that come along with the new construction.
Oh, nice.
So the 1-year, workmanship home warranties, and then, of course, they have additional warranties as well. So
Pretty
the
cool.
newness is wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful. And the darker cabinets in the kitchen, really pretty as well. I really like that. And they carry that theme throughout the whole house into the bookshelves and into the bathrooms and all that.
You're exactly right. Yeah, the color scheme is awesome within a home.
I like when homes do that. It's a pretty cool spot. That's a lot of house, and even at the higher price point, though, that's a lot of home for that price in that area.
Sure is, yep.
And I know just from going through the recent home buying experience, particularly in that Apex area, if anything pops up, period, it disappears very fast.
Yes,
so.
Apex is growing so fast. I mean, just, kind of Raleigh areas all getting built out, so it's just kind of slowly moving out. So, yeah, Apex is really growing.
It's a good spot. If you want to get more information about this home, as Angie told you, just text the word SAVVY, SAVVY, to the number 555-888. What'll happen is we'll text you right back with a link that you can click on from your smartphone and view all the information and pictures on this home. Just text the word SAVVY, SAVVY, to the number 555-888, and you can view this week's listing of the week at 3825 Hickory Manor Drive in Apex. Stay tuned. There's much more coming up on today's edition of the Savvy Realtor, the show that'll help you learn the ins and outs when it comes to buying or selling a home in the Triangle. More coming up next.
You might not realize it, but your real estate attorney plays a vital role in the buying and selling process. Find out more. It's time to lawyer up. This is the Attorney Minute with Craig McCall of the McCall Law Firm.
Question from a listener this week, Craig. It comes to us from Samantha in Wake Forest. Samantha says, I have a legal question. Well, you're in the right place, Samantha. A seller accepted my offer to buy their home, but then later accepted a higher offer from someone else and tossed our deal to the curb. I thought the deal was done. Did they step out of bounds legally?
Great question, Samantha. Based upon the information you're giving me, your contract was accepted first by the seller and not merely countered to. So you have to be careful with that. If it's a full acceptance of your offer, then you have a valid contract. You would have a very good argument that your contract is a controlling document, and I think the courts would legally enforce that.
As you can see, some real estate problems end up being simple to solve. Others need experience and expertise of someone like Craig to help us make the right legal decisions as you look to buy or sell a home. If you have questions of your own, give me a call or text and we'll be happy to get your questions answered. Text or call 919-538-6477. That's 919-538-6477.
This is the show that helps you navigate the ins and outs of buying or selling a home here in the Triangle. It's the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole and the team at A. Cole Realty.
This is the show that helps you learn the ins and outs when it comes to buying or selling a home here in the Triangle. It's called the Savvy Realtor. I'm Walter Storholt alongside Angie Cole. Angie's the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty and the person that we turn to each and every week to answer our questions when it comes to real estate, buying, selling, all that good stuff. Angie and her team helped 209 families in just 2017 buy or sell homes, and they're on a great pace this year to help just as many families, if not more, close on homes and move on to the next phase of their lives as well. We always like turning to her expertise to get questions like this one from Amber in Durham answered. If you'd like to submit a question to be featured on the show, you can do that by going to the website acolerealty.com. Amber says, we'd like to buy a home, Angie, where there's peace and quiet. What's the best spot in our area to achieve that?
So, Amber, it's really going to depend on, your definition of a quiet and peaceful place. Yeah. To me, I enjoy a little bit of hustle and bustle. That's peaceful to me. I don't know. I don't like dead silence. I like a little bit of chatter.
Weird,
I'm weird. I know. But, peace and quiet. Maybe do you want a lake or a pond view? Maybe you need some more land. I would think for the most part, going a little bit more, suburban, just kind of on the outskirts of the city, I think would be a smart choice for you. But a lot of those areas are quickly growing as well. But, you could definitely find a peaceful spot in, Holly Springs, Apex, Wake Forest, Zebulon. So it really just determines what exactly you're looking for. Yeah. That's tough for me to answer that, question directly, Amber. But of course, we would love to have that conversation with you. We would love to understand to you what is peaceful, what is quiet. And then from there, we can send you some ideas of active homes in our market. But Amber, we would love to go ahead and pass along to you a copy of our home buying guide, just so you understand the process from start to finish and with buying a home in today's market. So in order to receive a copy of our home buying guide, just text the word contract to the phone number 555-888. So once again, if you would like to receive a copy of our home buying guide, which will go through the steps from start to finish with buying a home in today's market, just text the word contract to the phone number 555-888.
It's a great resource that Angie and her team have put together, this home buying guide, and you can get it right on your smartphone. All you have to do is text that word contract to the number 555-888. What'll happen is we'll text you right back, and you'll get that link in a text. You click on it, and you can view the guide, download it, and look at it later. A couple of options there for you to look at that guide. All you have to do is text the word contract to the number 555-888. I'll throw one comment in here, Angie, in response to this question from Amber. One thing that, for me, peace and quiet can be as simple as, road noise. Yeah. And I know that, and that's not an uncommon thing. A lot of people would feel like that, but it's really, sometimes you got to go to the property and actually listen. Yes. I know in our current home, if you're in the backyard, you can still hear, even though it feels like we're a decent way from I-40 if you look at it on the map. Right. If the wind's blowing the right way, we can still hear I-40 and that kind of thing. And so, it's not bad, but at least, okay, I know that it's there. And so when we were looking for our new home, we wanted to be, and we looked in the 540 area over in Raleigh, we wanted to kind of go a little bit further away from 540, so we just didn't hear that.
So maybe it's not the closeness of homes and hearing, kids playing. That doesn't, bother you.
What kind of noise, right?
Right, exactly. Like, for example, we back up to Ebenezer Church Road.
Right.
Yeah, the planes, that could be a biggie. Are you in a flight path?
Right.
And once you live in a flight path, it might bother you or not bother you as much as you thought it would. But that's things to really, pay attention to is, am I hearing the road noise, cars zooming by? I know where we live at the same time every night, this motorcycle, and it's so loud, goes by, and it is what it is. But, to some people that would drive them crazy.
Right.
I mean, I'm like, whatever. But maybe it's the road noise, like you mentioned.
Sure.
Maybe, I know we have a client and they bought a new home, but they knew this before they closed on it. But backing up to them is a home, and this home, they have chickens and they have a rooster. And they're like, this rooster is going to drive us crazy, but they still wanted the home. But every single morning they hear that rooster crowing. Is that the correct
I think so,
term?
yeah.
Crowing, which is just annoying as can be. But they love the home and wanted to live there.
That's too funny.
But yeah, so what is peace? Where other people might love the sound of the crow of the rooster in the morning. Who knows?
It adds charm to the house to some people.
But you're right.
Yeah.
You need to visit the home. It's
Right.
tough just to look on a map and say, okay, this looks like a peace and quiet location because we have larger lots. Well, like you mentioned, it could be a 2-acre lot, but maybe it backs right up to 540. So is it now very peaceful and quiet? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's a good thing to evaluate. Great question to ask. The plane one is interesting. We've had planes at our current home. They fly over pretty frequently, I feel, but don't even notice them.
Right.
I mean, the
We
first
get used
week
to
or
it
two,
too, I
we
feel like.
noticed it. Now I don't even notice it.
Right.
But the road noise thing, just my ears, I do notice
Bothers
that.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do notice that. And so there's just something about it where I'm like, okay, in my next home, that would be a want.
That's important to you.
know?
Yeah.
In this home, it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
And it wouldn't be a big deal in the long run, but it's a little thing that I
But
was
if
like,
it's something that you
if
could
it's
do
something we
away
can
with,
do, great.
you would do away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but some people, like you said, no big deal. Doesn't bother them. And the road noise isn't bad. It's very small. I'm very
Right.
picky.
But you
when
still-
it comes
you
to
notice
noise.
it. You
Yeah,
notice it.
You notice it. Good question, Amber. Thanks for submitting that one. All right, we've got one here from Sally in Chapel Hill to wrap us up for the week. Sally says, we didn't realize just how much home equity we have built up over the past few years. Is now a good time to sell since we're in such a comfortable position?
Sally, now is a great time to sell. We are in a very strong seller's market, and it's been this way for quite some time. And the numbers, honestly, are continuously getting better as far as appreciation goes, because the lower the inventory levels we see, typically you should see, that supply and demand. So less supply means more demand, and that means the price point will go up. So yeah, Sally, now is a great time to sell your home just because we are in such a strong seller's market with very low inventory. So I bet you'll get probably a pretty penny for your home. You'll probably make more than what you expected. And then knowing too that you have a good amount of equity in the home is just a plus for you. Whether you have equity in the home or not, now being such a great time to sell, I think it's good for anyone to consider and just look at what their home would go for in today's market. And so to get an idea of what you could list your home for in today's market and where it would potentially sell, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888, and from there we will send you back a text with a link. Make sure you click that link and input your address, so from there we can send you back an idea of what you could sell your home for in today's market. So once again, if you're thinking about selling or just kind of throwing around that idea, text the word listing to the phone number 555-888.
Great opportunity to start your selling process. All you have to do is text that word listing to the number 555-888. Great first step to take if you're thinking about selling your home in the near future. Find out what you might be able to list your home for. Just text the word listing to 555-888 to do that. And we'll send a text to you. Click on the link, put in your home's info, and voila, you find out that home value and what you might be able to list it for. Just text the word listing to 555-888. Well, Angie, we appreciate all the time that you take out each week to join us here on the program and let us know what's happening in the real estate world and what we need to be aware of. And we'll look forward to another good show with you next week.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
That's Angie Cole, the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty here in the Triangle. A reminder, if you want to reach out to Angie at any point in time after the show today, during the week, doesn't matter. You can do it online at acolerealty.com, or you can call or text Angie directly at 919-538-6477. That's 919-538-6477. Again, you can call or text that number. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon, right back here on the Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole.